Welcome to Happy Harvest Limited. I want to tell you that we have some of the happiest, coziest chickens in all of Happyland. They roam around all day and we're hoping to expand our adventures far beyond Happyland for you all to enjoy. But before we go any further, there's been some secret things going on at Happy Harvest Limited. Somebody keeps sneaking into the barn at night and taking all the chickens with them. But what crazy things could be going on? Hey guys, it's Matt. Welcome to SpeedTutor, Happy Jurassic Limited, depending which way we look at it, because I've just been using Unity's new Sprite AI, and we're going to look at it today and see what you think of it, see if it's going to be useful to you. You can sign up for the Muse Sprite beta, which can also look at Muse texture, and I created a video on that last week that you can check out too about creating realistic textures. So once you've installed it by following the simple installation through Package Manager, you get two options at the top, which is the new sprite generator and the style trainer. Say you're creating sprites and you think, well, how am I going to make the AI know what my style of sprites are? Unity have added the sprite trainer, so you can drag up to 5 sprites or more into this, give it a name of the style, give it a description, and then give it some source outputs of what you might want it to create, and then you can use that within the generator itself. So if we go to the top again and we go to the Muse generator, you can see that it can create images. We've got a prompt, we've got a negative prompt, we've got the styles, and new style was one that I created based on what it worked out. And you can actually draw an input. We can just generate something called a chicken, and it will give 4 specific examples of a chicken in any style that it sees fit. That I want to create a T-Rex chicken. So you can see it gives me some examples of T-Rex chicken. I might want a giant T-Rex chicken. And you can see that it gives me some even more quite cool creations based on this. And do be sure to check out my Patreon too to get access to over 200 different scripts, assets and projects you cannot find anywhere else. And do be sure to also check out all the links in the description for all the best sales and savings you can find at the minute, especially the Unity Mega Bundle and so much more. Say you like any of these sprites, you can just drag these straight into your project panel and you'll be able to use them perfectly. Now, if you want to edit this and you want the AI to say this weird extra tail, we can go onto the edit function, grab the paintbrush, and we're just going to paint around this tail because it looks a bit silly that it's got 2 tails maybe, and then we can just write into the prompt of remove, and then it will generate us 4 other examples of things that we might be able to use. And now probably the best one out of all these is this one here. And so I can create a branch of that one, and maybe I could say, and then I could choose to remove this part. And you can see that if I cycle through my selections, it gives me a slight variation. I can right click and create that as a branch, and then I can use this. I can go back to my generations, and you can see that I've selected these, and these are new branches of the things that are being created. And then, as I said, you can drag these straight into your project, and you can see that it's a 512 by 512 image and can be used directly in my game straight away. Now, you can actually draw into this input image to get a better idea of what the representation you want. So in this case, I can create that I want a pig, but that's not the correct orientation. I didn't want it front on. But this case, I wanted a Stegosaurus pig, just because it was going with my dinosaur-related theme. So these are a better angle that I might want based on what pig outputs. Now we can actually draw a picture. Now, do be aware, this is going to be the world's worst looking pig you might have seen. So say we want it legs like this, and then just a head at the front like that. I mean, that's very realistic looking pig. Then when we choose to make the re-output, we get something in line with what we wanted based on how you drew your image. So then we can draw onto this and create a new generation, and I'm just going to write armored tail, and I get some slight adjustments on this, which could be one giant spike in that case. And then I will say that if you do ever get lost and you forget where or what generations you've done before, you save out each new sprite generation you do. You can go back to one that might have been for the pig, one that was some original ones for the chicken and the T-Rex that I was using, or the ones that we sort of created together in this tutorial. you can get those all together and you can always access them and use them. So like I said, I had this big T-Rex, and then I can put this in my scene. I can even scale him up and make him ginormous if you were using a scene which is relevant, and I could make sure that I put him on a layer which is relevant to this, and then he could go and run around the scene just like that. Unity do want to add sprite sheets to be able to create animations and get things like that, where you can add things straight out of the box. So let's take something, a more general object, and let's say we want some vegetation, and then we want a flowery bush. I might do some more generations for this, because I'm not really into these ones, and of course you can do the input for something else. And then I might want something like this, and I can just drag this into my scene here. Add this to our project, scale it down, and then I just added a few of these flowers into here and sorted out the background layer, and you can use this to build up areas to create really quick sprites for prototyping or other things. You can apply shaders if you've got them with other cases which help them move. I think it's a really nice little tool to create really random looking things to be able to create for your 2D game. And with the style trainer, I think that's a great example. Now, if Unity can add things to create sprite sheets, animations, and other things which will really add life to a lot of the sprites, I think it could really work out well. So do let me know what you think, because I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do be sure to come and check out my Patreon too, to get access to over 200 different scripts, assets, and projects you cannot find anywhere else. Be sure to check out all the links in the description for the best sales, savings, and everything you can find in game dev. Do be sure to check out my website to get over 30% discount on my assets compared to the Unity Asset Store. And a big thank you to all my patrons. Special thanks to Peter Steiner and everybody who comes to watch the video. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Cheers.